What if I told you the universe has a secret cheat code? From the air we breathe, to the metal in your phone, to the salt in your food. Everything comes down to elements, and their home is the periodic table. Let's rewind to 1869. A brilliant Russian chemist named Dmitri Mendeleev arranged the known elements by increasing atomic mass. But he did more than just organize them. He successfully predicted the properties of elements that hadn't even been discovered yet. Later, scientists discovered that the atomic number, not atomic mass, is the real key. Today, the modern table is arranged by increasing atomic number, which is the exact number of protons in an atom's nucleus. So, how is this map organized? The table has 7 horizontal rows called periods. Each period represents a new energy level, or electron shell, for the atom. For example, hydrogen is in period 1 with 1 shell. Sodium is in period 3 with 3 shells. Then there are 18 vertical columns called groups or families. Elements in the same group share the same number of valence electrons, the outermost electrons that determine reactivity. When it comes to numbering, the modern system is straightforward. Group 1 is the alkali metals, Group 17 is the halogens, and Group 18 is the noble gases. In the alternate old system, Groups 1A to 8A were the main representative groups, and Groups 1B to 8B were the transition metals. Note that IUPAC recommends the 1 to 18 numbering for consistency. Now, electron orbitals help define the 4 main blocks of the table. First, the S block. It includes groups 1 and 2 plus hydrogen and helium. Located on the far left, their electrons fill the S orbital. Second, the P block. This includes groups 13 to 18 on the right side, where outer electrons fill the P orbital. Third, the D block. These are the transition metals in groups 3 to 12, sitting right in the center. Their electrons fill the D orbital. And fourth, the F block. It contains the lanthanides and actinides in the 2 separate rows at the bottom, filling the F orbital. Let's break down the types of elements. Metals are found on the left and center. They are shiny, malleable, and good conductors of heat and electricity. They tend to lose electrons and form positive ions called cations. Nonmetals are found mostly on the right side, especially in the P block. They are poor conductors, brittle when solid, and tend to gain electrons, forming negative ions called anions. Examples include oxygen and chlorine. Metalloids are located along the stair-step line between metals and nonmetals, sharing properties of both. Think of silicon, boron, and arsenic. The noble gases in group 18 are colorless, odorless, and inert. With full outer electron shells, they are extremely stable. Representative elements are those in the S and P blocks, showing a wide variety of chemical properties. Transition metals in the D block form colorful compounds and have multiple oxidation states, meaning they can form different types of ions. Finally, the inner transition metals in the F block. The lanthanides are shiny and reactive, while the actinides are mostly radioactive, like uranium and plutonium. As you move across or down the table, predictable trends emerge, such as changes in atomic size, ionization energy, and electronegativity. These trends are exactly what help scientists predict how an element will react. The periodic table is much more than just a list. It's a powerful tool for predicting element behavior, bonding, states of matter, and reactions. It tells you whether an element will gain or lose electrons, its melting points, density, and typical compounds.
Here is the ultimate recap to keep in your pocket. The periodic table is strictly organized by the atomic number. The rows are called periods, and they represent the different energy levels. The columns are your groups, where elements hang out together because they share the same properties. The table's blocks S, P, D, F show us exactly how the electrons fill up their orbitals. Every element out there is either a metal, nonmetal, or metalloid. They also fall into specific categories like representative elements, transition metals, or the superstable noble gases. The entire structure of the table reveals the hidden rules that control all chemical behavior. If this epic journey through the elements blew your mind, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and join me at Neoscience Egypt for more mind-bending science stories about the universe around us and inside of us.